Welcome to my channel. My name is Linda, and today we're working on a DIY paper craft. It's a little shabby chic, a little rustic, a little mixed media involvement. It's a Valentine's Wood Tag Kit for home decor, so let's get started. What I've got here, this is a wood tag kit that can be purchased from craftingwithkimber.com. I'll have all the links down below where you can find this wood kit, as well as other wood collection kits for your crafting creations. Coming up, I'm going to show you what you get exactly in this particular kit. You get a couple of wood tags, and they are about 9 1/4 inches in height and about 5 1/4 inches in width, as well as a couple of 2 different sizes hearts, some wood cutouts, this little XOXO, and this cute little double heart arrow. And then the little baggie that comes with the kit, you'll get a couple more little wood hearts, couple of rusty bells, and then a couple of different ribbons and things which can vary in kit to kit, but mostly the same type of ribbons, the plaids and the burlap and the twine. And coming up is a picture of how Kim actually created this kit originally with painting techniques. Right about here. Really adorable. I love it. I'll also have the Facebook Live video link down below where you can actually see this project completed, how Kim creates it live with painting. But for today, I'm going to show you how I'm going to take this kit a little bit further with paper crafting. So these are the papers I'm going to use. The 2 ribbons I showed you, I don't end up using the red one, but I do stick with the black and white plaid. So I'm going to use the same paper for both backgrounds of these 2 tags, which is the cute black and white striped paper. So coming up, I'm just going to show you on one kit, but I do it on all of them. I have sewed around the edges of all the papers for each tag. Now this particular tag is Shabby Chic. The other tag is going to be a little bit rustic. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going around the edges with an open pair of scissors, and I'm scraping it along the edges of the tags to further kind of distress them and add a little bit more texture to the papers. Both tags will have mixed media techniques, just a little bit, not too much. But as I said, one tag, this one will be a little more shabby chic designed, where the other one will be a little more rustic. So we're going to just start, gluing our papers down, adding our layers. You all know that have been with me for a long time. I love to use different paper lines that go well together with different patterns and prints. And those of you that might be new to my channel, I love to mix and match my papers and embellishments. I like to layer a lot, so you'll see me cutting up cardboard in between my layers to help level layers out. I'm also today working with some product from Reneabouquets.com. That cute little beautiful board laser cut chipboard is an elegant ivy flourish, and that's over to the right. And those beautiful board laser cut chipboards from Reneabouquets.com are really thick, about the thickness of a nickel. So I will use cardboard, just like I'm doing here, to cut and add to the back of my paper layers to kind of level up my layers so that everything lays nice and flat and level as I'm building up my layers. This is just a little metal frame from my own paper craft supply, which I will call my stash throughout this video. And I just like to add these in between, different layers and things like that to add a little bit more interest and texture to my projects. So a lot of layers here, as you see. And I usually will have some kind of theme, like that here. It says note to self. My note is basically P.S. I still love you, as you see laying there on a tag. And I'm adding this little cute butterfly paper clip to this first tag here, just to give it, again, a little more texture. And I'm adding a little bit more Reneabouquet. This is Reneabouquet Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard. It's called Circuit Elements. And I think I show you the piece in a minute. It's a background layering piece that I like to cut up and add to my pieces. I think I show you a lot here. This is the larger piece, and I cut them up into smaller pieces and add around all my little paper layers for more texture. I just love this cute little quote. P.S. I still love you. Certainly very cute. And again, cardboard on here to help layer up against that beautiful board laser cut chipboard piece. Add another little piece at the bottom. And adding texture like this kind of helps define the layers a little bit. It kind of helps single out the individual layers. So that's why I kind of like to add all these embellishments. So this is a little timepiece from my stash. It's a scrapbook embellishment as well as this little clock face. And I'm just going to glue it to the front. It's actually the perfect size. Glue it to the front of this little timepiece. This is a little Reneabouquet beautiful board laser cut chipboard decorative clock hand. It's a small size. And then this is actually a little brad, and I cut off the little prongs on it, and I'm putting the number 14 there. 1 to signify 14 for Valentine's Day, but 2 to signify that those of you that might know me or have been with me a long time, you know that Valentine's Day is my anniversary. And this is just a little wood ruler. It's a scrapbook embellishment that I got at Tuesday morning, and so I'm adding this as well to the front to add a little texture, a little bit of wood to go with kind of the wood hearts and the, you know, the cute little double heart arrow, that kind of thing, just to bring a little bit of more wood texture toward the front. So I'm adding my cute little paper. All my papers that I cut for the wood elements, I cut them a little bit shorter than that wood piece so that some of the wood around the perimeter would show. And now I'm just adding, those are just a little bit of cheesecloth that I kind of cut, and it also adds a little bit of soft texture behind your elements. And I'm going to add these cute little clay wings that I made. I bought paper clay and an actual silicone mold of some wings, and so I made those myself. And I'm going to add those behind the wood heart a little bit, and I've got to raise the heart, which is why I'm adding some cardboard, leveling it up a little bit, raising the heart so that the wings will kind of fit underneath on both sides of the heart. And plus that ruler adds a little bit of height there, so I've got to, you know, make my heart sit level against that ruler as well. So I'm going to get that added and making sure my wing will fit just right underneath. And this wing I have to also add a little bit of cardboard to as well. Take up the space between the bottom of that wood tag to right up under that wood heart. And this other one actually fits just right. Nope, forgot. Oh, I got to add one more piece of cardboard under the heart here so I have a little bit more space for that wing. It's kind of fun watching this later, remembering what you did. There we go. I think that's super cute. This is a quilting thread. I like to add this a lot. I will be adding it. I'm just going to kind of lay it down there for now. I'm going to add it underneath some flowers that I'm going to be using. These are Reneabouquet mulberry paper flowers. I've got it one in the rose pink, the black, and the white. And I will have links down below to the Reneabouquet product I used as well, just if you're interested. This little Adore You is actually a wood cutout I've had in my stash for a long time. And this little parenthesis is a little resin piece also from my stash. That's a little ephemera sticker, and I stuck it to some cardboard, really thin, almost like cereal box cardboard, and actually sewed around that and then put it on this cute double heart wood cutout from this collection, this wood collection kit. There goes my quilting thread, and then I'm just going to glue my flowers kind of right on top of that in the pattern that I want. Getting it right on there and getting the thread moved around. This is a little resin bird, again from my stash. A lot of these products are from Prima Marketing Inc. And you know, you can find some of these resin pieces and stuff at Hobby Lobby. They kind of have the same thing by Paper Studio. And then see, here's the black and white checked ribbon. I'm going to kind of add that down at the bottom. Now we're going to go into a little mixed media. This is Prima Marketing 3D matte gel with some stones and some Reneabouquet diamond shard glitter glass, and I'm just dipping my paintbrush into the matte gel, which is kind of like a glue adhesive, into those little stones and adding them onto the flowers and a little bit of embellishments and stuff like that. And then I'm going to pour on some of this Reneabouquet diamond glitter glass onto the wings to give the wings a little bit of shiny texture. Kind of lends to the shabby chic feel of this tag. And now I'm going to take this heavy white gesso. I put a little bit in a cup and I added water to make it really thin and watery. Dip my paintbrush into it and then splatter it onto the project to give a little bit more texture for this tag. And this is what we ended up with. So this is the Shabby Chic tag, as I said. Love it. My favorite part, I think, is from the wings down. I just love this part of the tag. So now we're going to be moving on to the next tag. This tag is a little bit more of a rustic feel. And I'm using kind of the same papers because I wanted you to see, and the colors and things, because I wanted you to see how you could kind of take the same papers and go from a shabby chic feel to a rustic feel. Kind of the same type of design concept, but just by changing a few things up, but using the same color palettes, how you could really make the two tags look totally different, but still kind of go together. So again, I'm using a clock face up in the upper right corner, as you see, so that it kind of corresponds and correlates with the clock face on the other tag, so that you can see both tags are kind of, you know, unified together, just have a different bit of the look. So you'll see some of the same embellishments to kind of bring the two together, but as I've said 3 times, have the same look or the same kind of, you know, thing. I lost my train of thought. This is what you get when you're recording live, right? Adding a little bit of that Reneabouquet circuit elements, again, kind of unifying the tags together. This is a Reneabouquet chain link frame. They actually come in a set of 3, and I'm going to add this on here. I love these chain link frames. Again, here comes one of the wood hearts from this tag kit, and I'm adding my paper heart cutout on top. And as you can see, I've sewed around all the papers on these to stress the edges. I'm going to start working with the heart by itself now. I'm adding, this is about a 1 inch wide, I think about 24 inches long or so, piece of fabric. I've frayed the edges on it, and I'm just adding this in to kind of give a little bit of that rustic feel. And then I'm going to wrap some twine around it as well. Again, the rustic feel. And you do get twine in your kit. If you remember, if you order this, you get twine in the kit. So where Kim, when she painted hers, she hung the 2 tags together, actually made them into tags and hung them with twine. I'm using the twine to kind of wrap around. This stuff here is called sisal. You can get it in the floral section at like Joann's. And this is a rusty wire, pine cone, rusty bells, a little bit of pit berries with a rusty bell on it. Really going rustic on this. I kind of like it. I think I like this tag a little bit better because I'm kind of in the rustic mood right now. Now this pine cone I add on here is a little bit bigger, but as we get near the end of the video, you're going to see that I no longer have a pine cone on there, and I'm gluing a different pine cone on there, and I'll explain that as I get to it. This is just a little wood tag for my stash, and I'm adding some paper to the back of it. I'm using the back side of the tag. I'm going to go ahead because I made my little banner piece a little bit too big. I want it the same size as the paper up above. So I'm going to trim that off a little bit, add to the back of the tag. And this is a little wood slice. It's actually Christmas decor. It's a little wood slice. It was a little spray with wood slices and rusty bells on it. So I'm going for the rustic theme. I'm adding that wood slice. Again, the Reneabouquet beautiful board laser cut chipboard circuit elements here, and add the tag kind of right on top. But I'll have to add some cardboard to it because that wood slice and that laser cut chipboard is very thick now. So I have to add some cardboard to the back of one side of this tag so that everything lays level. These are just some flowers from Prima Marketing Ink paper collections, again with quilting thread. I'm going to add that on to the front of that little tag there. Add some flowers in there. And I'm going to bring in some Reneabouquet Beautiful Board Beautiful Bits laser cut chipboard. There's little tiny skeleton leaves. These come in like a pack of, like, I don't know how many. You get a ton in the pack, but they're cute little skeleton leaves. Here they are. So cute to, you know, glue in amongst flowers just like this to add a little bit of the outdoor element to this piece. Here comes the little XO from this wood kit. I'm just going to use one X and one O, so now I have an X and an O to save for further use later. And this is a little sticker just from some stickers I had, and I'm gluing it onto the back of some really thin, again, cardboard, almost like the, you know, thickness of cereal box cardboard, just so that it's nice and sturdy, because I want to glue it right on top of the X and O, so I want it to be really sturdy since it's just a thin sticker. And I'm going to go ahead now and got the heart all finished, and I'm going to glue it onto the front of this tag. This is a little woodward from my stash, so here's where it comes up later when I go to glue the woodward down. I have taken off the larger pine cone, and I'm going to glue the woodward up in that area and then add back a smaller pine cone right here. So here comes the woodward. I'm just gluing it onto my bell, and then I'm going to add a pine cone back in. The glue I'm using is Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. It glues woods and metals and pine cones. Everything you saw me glue with this project today, that's the glue I'm using. It is wonderful. This is just like a little arrow, and then I'm adding this tiny little screw-like embellishment from, you know, paper crafting section that like Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Michael's, and adds just a little bit of flavor to this piece. What I'm using here, again, with the 3D matte gel, and then those mini art stones, and then I've got some Reneabouquet glitter glass, but I have used it on other projects, and it got mixed with these other little tiny micro beads and things like that, and glitter, regular glitter and stuff like that. So I keep it because I actually kind of like the mixed look of it, and I'm just dumping it on top of where I'm using these art stones. And that will be the end of this project, and we'll look at it in its entirety here in just a moment. So here this one is. So I hope you enjoyed these projects today. If you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I post all sorts of DIY and craft related videos. I will post all the links down below to Crafting with Kimber, as I stated earlier, and the link to her Facebook page, as well as the link to her Instagram account, and then the links to where you can get this particular kit, as well as the main craftingwithkimber.com page kit. And I will have all the links down below to my social media. Come follow me on Instagram and Pinterest and my blog, and I'll have the links down below, as I stated earlier, to Reneabouquet, links to the products I used. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.